give me a lowdown on what the changes are and little improvements and why?
Sure, absolutely. What we have, the PX4 Compact Carry, is actually an evolution of this gun right here. If you compare them side by side, when we started looking at the PX4, started looking at it as a concealed carry gun, some of the first things that popped out were that the safety levers and the slide stop levers were too big. Make the gun too wide, not very concealable, and they're a little bit on the sharp side. Unfortunately, Beretta builds what they call a stealth lever kit, which is a single-sided safety, okay, as well as very low-profile decocking lever. So it makes the gun significantly slimmer, much more suitable for concealed carry. The other thing this lever does is it turns it into a decock-only configuration. So now, unlike most of the traditional Beretta F model guns, when you decock it, it springs back to the fire position, so it's ready to go. So it's just used as a decocking lever. So that was one of the big things we did right there. The other thing was coming up with the right kind of sights for it. There weren't a lot of manufacturers out there building sights for it, so we worked with Ameriglow. A lot of back and forth on sights, shipping back and forth, trying to figure out what stood out the best, but didn't get too wide and had the right width in the rear notch. So we got this Ameriglow, basically a T-cap sight, if you will. Bright orange paint around the front tritium inserts, and then a nice wide square rear notch, good for one-handed manipulations and so forth. The other thing about the gun is the grip is fairly slick, okay? And you either can spend a lot of time with a stippling iron to roughen that up, or we work with Talon grips, and they have several different wraparound grips that just adhere to the gun. It actually makes a really nice, aggressive, not too aggressive, good for concealed carry, but gives you a nice grip on the gun. So we did that, and then also the other big thing was we had 3 different sizes of magazine release buttons available for this. So the gun's going to come with all 3 sizes, then you can interchange it to what works best for you. And then finally, it's going to come with 3 15-round magazines instead of just 2. So it allows you a really good package on the gun. And then the other thing that I worked on the trigger on my gun a little bit. Beretta sells a special trigger pack that improves the trigger pull. So they are actually installing that trigger pack from the factory into this gun. It's got an improved trigger pull over the factory, over the regular gun as well. So a lot of things done to the gun. The most noticeable one we did for most people when they look at it, it's got that gray Cerakote slide on there because we wanted it to look just a little bit different on the shelf so people could pick it out easily. So there's a rundown of all the things we did.
Awesome. So one question is, since you run these guns a lot, and I've watched a lot of you running these guns, so with the F model, for people that want to stick with that but are kind of upset with the manual of arms a bit, what is your solution to that? Because one thing I came up with was when I was running it, every time I racked it and was going back on target, I got used to doing a sweep check.
Right.
So every time I come out of the holster, do a sweep check.
Right.
With the finger on the trigger.
Thumb.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be great. If they want to keep the F safety on there, there's two options. One is to always be used to having that thumb get up underneath there or on there. The other thing is this particular safety lever, you can actually get it in an F configuration, a 92 configuration safety lever. This safety lever really wasn't designed the way the 92 safety lever was. This one you actually have to sweep up.
Is there a specific reason for that?
I don't know. This gun was designed, in Italy, and I don't know all the designers, so I'm not sure of the thought process behind the way they shaped this safety lever from an ergonomic standpoint. The 92FS, the way it is designed, it's actually designed where if I take my thumb and I sweep down on it, it will take the gun off safe, like in 1911. So they sell a 92 style safety lever for this gun, and it makes it work just like that. So instead of you having to sweep it forward, you just sweep underneath it, you sweep down, and it pops it off. And I can show you on the 92.
Oh, absolutely. That would be wonderful.
It was really designed, if you look at the way it's shaped, and the way the springs work in here, if you take your thumb and you just rotate down on it, it pops up and off safe. So most people spend a lot of time trying to get their thumb underneath it and push it forward. If you just take your thumb and push forward and down on it, like you would 1911 safety, it pops off.
Yeah, I got a little child hands, so that actually works pretty good.
Yep. So that makes a big difference, I think.
Much different than trying to straighten it out, especially you can sweep.
Just sweep forward and it pops off the safe.
All right.
And so that safety lever, this style safety lever, Beretta builds and sells on the webpage. It's a 92 for the PX4.
Awesome. Okay, let's move on to the 90 or M9A3.
Okay, sure.
We can.
Down here to the end. The M9A3, basically, I think the last I heard, Beretta's on 20,000 units on back order. They can't build them back fast enough. And what a lot of people don't understand is Beretta put their money where their mouth was because of the gun laws that Maryland was passing and Beretta was fighting against. They finally said, you know what? If you guys don't want to play and be pro-gun and support us,
we'll take that
out.
chance.
We'll take our business elsewhere. So they moved the factory to Tennessee last year. So
it'll take about a year and a half to get actually these backwards answered.
Yeah, so it's going to take a while for them to get caught up on production, being that they're in Tennessee now.
Okay. Now, the big thing for me is I noticed that the M9A3 on last year's SHOT Show or the year before when you introduced this, I saw that you were talking about a lot of the advancements they were answering. And here's also the other thing I like. Before this, wasn't Beretta updating the M9 for their contracts, or the 92FS received those and they were still producing the old style locking blocks? Were they advancing as they were going, getting them and changing the specs, or were they sticking with the old contract until it got renewed?
So that's not Beretta's decision. You have to remember that any changes, once this is it's called a technical data package, right? So when Beretta's selling guns to the government, there's a technical data package that the government bought and said, this is the way we're buying it. So any changes to that technical data package have to be submitted to and approved by the Army, who is the executive agent for small arms for all the U.S. military. Now that said, there's a whole lot of details there, right?
Yeah.
As they say, the devil's in the details. But the M9A1 was an upgraded version of the gun. The Marine Corps is actually buying that version. And so that's the one with the light rail, with the checkering, with the beveled magwell and all that. But it's basically still an M9 on the top end. So the Marine Corps is buying that one, and there was actually a magazine enhancement there. So this particular gun was designed and put together as an engineering change proposal to submit on the current contract, meaning go back to the Army and say, okay, you guys are buying M9s, which they are. Beretta's building M9s as we speak in Tennessee to be delivered on the contract to the Army. This is separate from the modular handgun system that's running as a program right now. Right? So a lot of people get confused. They go, okay, so Beretta's going to submit this to modular handguns. No.
You know, that's excellent that you brought that up because people are talking about how it was failed and it was like it's only going to the civilian market. That's a big thing I didn't know, but yeah, that's definitely going to get out.
So Beretta is building and delivering M9s to the Army as we speak.
Awesome.
Tens of thousands of them. Beretta said, hey, look, you can buy this gun for less than you're buying the M9, which is the old technical data package. Here's a new version with updates to the locking block, with updates to some other stuff. Oh, and by the way, it's going to be a flat dark earth. It's going to have checkering. It's going to have a smaller, thinner grip. It's going to have a beveled magwell. It's going to have night sights and dovetails so you can replace those sights. It's going to have G conversion so you can turn it into a decock-only version. It's got an 11-degree rotated safety lever, so it's less likely for you to put it on safe. All of those features, they were like, here, we can do this. The Army said no. And my belief is the only reason they said no is they're running this modular handgun system. If they started buying this gun right now, which meets 86% of the modular handgun system, they don't have a real need to keep running that program. So instead of giving the soldier a better gun right now, they said no so they can keep running modular handgun system, which the soldier will not see a gun until probably 2019. They won't fully fulfill that contract. 500,000 pistols. It'll take
10 years
for them to get all those pistols built, delivered, and in the hands of soldiers. So in the meantime, they can to be getting a better gun.
But some units are buying them? No, not yet?
No.
Okay, so with the upgrades, was the 92FS, as they were going on, the 92FS and the civilian model M9, weren't those kind of inheriting those design upgrades to kind of give longevity to the platform, or how did that work? Did it only come to this?
Yeah, there's been a lot of upgrades. I mean, Beretta has made a lot of variations of this gun, i.e. the Brigadier, the Elite Series pistols. I don't know if you're familiar with
Upgrades to the
those.
slide, giving it more
Upgrade to the slide. The Vertec, which is basically this grip, the thinner, smaller grip. All of those were happening for the civilian and law enforcement market. And there's been some durability upgrades that were done as well. The thing you have to remember is the Army, again, executive agent for small arms in the military, because they technically own that technical data package, they've gone out and outsourced parts from other manufacturers, i.e. locking blocks, magazines, all types of parts that go inside the gun that actually would not meet the Beretta spec in either material or hardness, all of those things, like heat treat. And so one of the big Achilles heels of this platform in the military is the locking block. It breaks a lot.
And recoil springs.
And
springs in general.
They just don't replace them.
No, they don't. And the 92A1 answered that with a reinforced dust covering frame.
Right.
Yeah.
But what we found was the Army would come and say, your locking block breaks all the time. And they would send us a sample and go, that's not our locking block. That's somebody else's locking block.
On an innocent.
Yeah. So the Army can buy it, put it in the system and say, yep, here it meets the TDP, meets the drawing.
It looks like it.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Barks like a dog, must be a dog.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not that component. The other big problem you run into with this gun, and a lot of people don't understand, or the M9 in general, one of the things that the Army and the Marine Corps did, by the way, was they would say, okay, these guns are getting beat up, they need to be refinished. We'll send them back to depot maintenance and refinish. So you take guns of various age and round counts, large quantities of them, completely disassemble them, refinish all of those parts, and then randomly reassemble them. So now I got a barrel with 1,000 rounds on it, a slide with 10,000 rounds on it, with a locking block with 20,000 rounds on it, with a frame with
that.
Right. And you start looking at the gun and you realize this doesn't make any sense.
It's a Frankenstein.
Right. And if any other machine part in the world, if you did that to it, I think you'd have issues. And the other thing that a lot of people, everybody has their, the thing that we run into in the gun industry is I call it church of the gun. Everybody's got their gun. It's the best gun ever. And if you say otherwise, then you really don't understand.
Fanboyism.
Right?
Yeah.
You take anybody else's handgun and you put it in U.S. service for the last 30 years, and I think you'd be surprised at how your favorite gun held
That's
up.
what I keep telling people, because there's a lot of guns that have actually been in military service for a while that, big names that actually did not do well, and they ended up just, instead of becoming a permanent solution, they ended up becoming a very temporary solution.